Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
What if I told you the New York Mets are about to make a decision that could define the next 10 years of this franchise? Forget everything you think you know about rebuilding timelines and prospect development because what's happening right now is unlike anything we've seen before. You need to pay attention to this. Every franchise eventually hits that moment where everything changes, that uncomfortable crossroads where tradition smashes headfirst into opportunity. And here's the thing. Fans always feel it before the front office is willing to admit it out loud. The safe choice feels familiar. It feels comfortable. But let me ask you something. When has familiarity ever led to a championship? When has playing it safe ever resulted in a breakthrough? Sometimes the fastest way forward isn't the path everyone expects. Sometimes it's trusting what hasn't been fully proven yet. And for a team desperately searching for energy, identity, and hope after losing key pieces this offseason, the solution might already be sitting right there in the minor leagues, closer than anyone realizes. Over the past year, this organization has completely shifted how it evaluates internal talent. This isn't your typical slow burn development timeline anymore. There's been a massive emphasis on adaptability, growth under pressure, and pure readiness. Players who respond quickly to challenges, who thrive when the stakes are raised, are suddenly flying through the system at speeds we haven't seen in years. This shift is about more than just roster depth. It signals something way bigger. It's a new philosophy, one that rewards confidence, momentum, and upside over comfort and caution. That's a fundamental change in how this team operates. And that philosophical change became impossible to ignore when one young prospect absolutely tore through every single level he touched. Moving across 3 different minor league levels in a single season isn't just rare, it's practically unheard of. And it's a statement. Consistency followed him everywhere. Whether he was at the plate crushing the ball, on the bases creating havoc, or in the field making plays, he showed up. That kind of progression forces difficult conversations at the major league level. Conversations about timing, about trust, and most importantly, about whether waiting actually makes any sense anymore. This is where the conversation gets really interesting because the spotlight shifts directly to center field. With extremely limited long-term options at that position right now, the idea of just waiting for stability starts to feel less and less convincing. That's when Carson Benj enters the picture in a serious, legitimate way. His combination of power, speed, and defensive reliability makes him way more than just an exciting prospect name that fans get hyped about in the offseason. He suddenly looks like a real solution, not for 2 years from now, not for some time in the future when he's had more seasoning, for opening day 2026, right now. Think about what the Mets are dealing with in center field. You've got Tyrone Taylor, who's basically a 4th outfielder masquerading as a starter. You've got Harrison Bader, who struggled massively once he hit AAA last year and showed real question marks about whether he can handle major league pitching consistently. And then you've got Jason Dominguez, who we genuinely don't know what he's going to be at this level. Those are your 3 options if you go the safe route. Does that inspire confidence? Does that make you feel like this team is serious about contending in 2026? Absolutely not. Now compare that to what Carson Benji brings to the table. The kid has elite bat speed. He's shown legitimate power potential with the ability to hit 20-plus home runs at the major league level. His speed on the bases is a legitimate weapon that changes how opposing pitchers and defenses have to approach entire innings. And defensively, he's not just passable in center field, he's actually reliable. He can cover ground, he reads the ball well, and he has the instincts you want from your center fielder. This isn't just about potential anymore. This is about what he's already shown he can do against advanced competition. The traditional baseball mindset would tell you to slow down. Give him more time in AAA. Let him mature. Don't rush him. But here's what that mindset ignores. Momentum is real. Confidence is real. When a player is hot, when everything is clicking, when they're proving themselves at every level, sometimes the worst thing you can do is make them wait. You risk killing that momentum. You risk breeding doubt where there should be belief. And in a sport that's so mental, so dependent on confidence and feel, that can be devastating. The Mets have already shown they're willing to be aggressive with their young talent. They're not following the old playbook anymore. They're evaluating players based on readiness, not arbitrary timelines. And by every metric that matters, Carson Benj looks ready. He's handled every challenge thrown at him. He's adapted at every level. He's shown maturity beyond his years. So why wait? Here's the other piece of this that nobody's really talking about. What does it say to your fan base if you start Tyrone Taylor in center field on opening day? What message does that send? It says we're playing it safe. It says we're not fully committed to being competitive right now. But if you roll out Carson Benj on opening day, paired with Juan Soto in right and potentially Kyle Tucker if they can land him, suddenly you're making a statement. You're saying we believe in our young core. We're aggressive. We're building something special. That energizes a fan base that's been frustrated all offseason. And let's be real about the risk here. What's the downside? If Benj struggles early, you can always adjust. You can send him down for more seasoning if absolutely necessary. But if he thrives, if he grabs that job and runs with it, you've just found yourself a cornerstone player for the next decade. You've solved a position of need without spending a dime in free agency, and you've injected youth, speed, and excitement into a lineup that desperately needs all three. The safe choice is comfortable. The safe choice is what most organizations would do. But the Mets aren't most organizations right now. They're in transition. They're redefining their identity. And sometimes the boldest move is the right move. Carson Benja has earned this opportunity through performance. He's done everything asked of him and more. The real question isn't whether he's ready. It's whether the Mets are ready to fully commit to this new era. Are they ready to trust what they've built? Are they ready to take that leap? So here's what I want to know from you. Would you start Carson Benj on opening day? Are you ready to see this kid get his shot at the major league level right now? Or do you think they should play it safe and give him more time? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this decision could absolutely define the next decade of Mets baseball. And if you want to stay ahead of every move, every insight, every turning point with this team, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This offseason is far from over, and the decisions being made right now are going to shape everything that comes next.